Fred MacGuffin Reviews. Cutter's Way, 1981. Starring John Hurd, Jeff Bridges, and directed by Ivan Passer. That's the cover of the DVD. Okay, so this is based on a book by Newton Thornburg called Cutter and Bone, and this is a crime, drama, mystery. So we have two friends here, Alex Cutter and Richard Bone. One has been to Vietnam and come back badly injured. He's missing an eye, he's missing an arm, and his leg is one of his legs is not working too well. He's got a bit of a limp and has to walk with a cane. So he's physically broken and he's mentally broken. Now his friend is Richard Bone, played by Jeff Bridges, and he didn't go to Vietnam. He's an Ivy Leaguer. He probably didn't get drafted or avoided going to Vietnam. So there's that bit of tension there between the two of them. And also involved in their relationship is Lisa Eichhorn, who plays Maureen Cutter, or Mo Cutter. And she is I suppose there's a love triangle here between the three of them. Richard loves Mo, and and Mo loves Alex. And you've got a bit of a love triangle which is dealt with all the way through the movie. Richard sort of sells yachts for a friend of Alex. He's played by Arthur Rosenberg, and the character's name is George. And they all try to help Alex out and try to keep him on the straight and narrow, trying to look after him. The director, Ivan Passer, has also done Born to Win, Law and Disorder, Crime and Passion, Silver Bears, Creator, Haunted Summer, Intimate Lighting, and A Boring Afternoon. And this is the first movie I've seen directed by him, and he does a fairly solid job here. Jeff Bridges, of course, The Last Picture Show, Fat City, Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, Heaven's Gate, Starman, Fisher King, Fearless, Big Lebowski, True Grit, to name but a few. He's been around a long time. Some great performances from Jeff Bridges over the years. And John Hurd is great in this. He does a great job. You may have seen him in Cat People, the remake, Chud, Big, Home Alone 1 and 2, The Sopranos, The Guardian, Awakenings, Snake Eyes, The Seventh Sign, After Hours, Catholic Boys, Beaches, The Package, and The Line of Fire, and Pelican Brief, and 187. So yeah, John Hurd, another great actor, been around a long time. Some great performances over the years. So the two friends are, this is the minute we meet Alex Cutter. We find him in a bar insulting people and basically nearly getting the tar bet out of him. He's not a very nice guy. He's a real anti-hero. He's got a lot of problems. He's at a stage in life where I don't think he cares about anything anymore. The people he insults nearly beat him up, and I think Richard is basically at the end of the line with him. He's sort of washed his hands of him. He tries to help him, but Alex just doesn't care anymore. He's a loose cannon. On his way, we meet Jeff Bridges' character coming back from an affair he's having with a married woman, and on his way back, his car breaks down in an alleyway, and as he's trying to get his car started, behind him, a car drives up, dumps the body, and drives off, nearly hitting Richard as he's outside his car. And Richard gets a glimpse of someone driving the car, but he doesn't see the guy jumping the body because it's raining and he's in his car. And next day, because his car is stuck in the alley and broken down, the detectives come and arrest Richard and ask him about the murder. And that's how Richard gets embroiled in this murder. He meets the victim's sister, played by Anne Dusenberry, and she plays Valerie Duran. And of course, Alex then meets Valerie Duran, and yeah, as they're going to see a parade, Richard notices someone in the parade, and he's a big businessman, and he's part of the parade. He's riding a horse, and his name is J.J. Cord, played by Stephen Elliott. You may have seen in Beverly Hills Cop, Arthur Detwish. So Alex is with him when he notices this guy that looks like the guy that tried to run him down the alleyway and could be the killer. And Alex wants to get this guy. Alex wants to solve this murder and pin it on J.J. Cord, this mega rich oil guy. So yeah, we've got a scenario where they want to blackmail him. They want him to blackmail him for money, J.J. Cord, and if he gives the money, they'll go to the police. And yeah, so that's the way it goes with this. They want to. Alex feels like this J.J. Cord. We don't know whether they're just this vigilante thing is because Alex is so against the world and against these big sort of these big businessmen, big people that send people off to war and never get their hands dirty. He sort of goes. He feels that this J.J. Cord is the guy. There's no evidence to support it. He wants to pin it on him. So we get another dark side of Alex where he wants to get back at the world and he wants to get this J.J. Cord guy for this murder on very little evidence. Only Richard's passing view him in the car and in the alleyway on a wet night. So Alex's long-suffering wife, Mo, is played by Lisa Eichhorn. You may have seen her in Europeans, Yanks, Wild Rose, Opposing Force, Moon 44, The Vanishing, where she teams up with Jeff Bridges again, The Talented Mr. Ripley, About Time, and she's also done a lot of TV work. She's great in this. She's an actress I haven't noticed on other things, but in this she's great. She, as I said, she loves Alex, but after Vietnam, he's a different man. He's broken. He has no belief in himself anymore. It nearly feels as if he wants Richard to, take Mo from him, and so he doesn't have to deal with the negative impact of his time in the army. And Richard is in love with Lisa, and he would, but he loves her, but he doesn't want to commit to her, and that's something we see later on in the movie. As the two of them finally sort of make a connection, and but with Richard's character, he doesn't want to commit to Lisa. We also have Arthur Rosenberg, who plays George Swanson, and you may have seen him in Footloose, being there Cujo, and he plays a good friend of Alex Cutter, and also a friend of JJ Cord, and he doesn't want Alex causing waves with JJ and making these accusations against him, and yeah, but at the end of the movie, Alex and Richard get their hands on a ticket to a big party at JJ Cord's house, and they go there to finally, confront him and to maybe get a confession out of him. And this is where the movie turns a bit crazy at the end, where our man Alex gets on a horse. He runs up. They're about to get kicked. He's about to get kicked out. He escapes from the security. He flies up the garden, crashes, goes straight at the house, crashes through a window, and dies in Richard's arms, basically. But he's carrying a gun. His purpose was to try and kill JJ Cord, but in the end we have Richard grabbing the gun and firing off a shot. So yeah, the ending for me is a bit, was JJ guilty? Was this we just hear the gunshot fade to black, and was this an innocent man being shot by our hero, and due to Alex's madness and stubbornness and wanting to get back at society and the fat cats, we're left hanging. We don't know, did they get the guilty man? Was JJ Cord the guilty man, or was he an innocent man and just being picked on by two crazy people? Also, something that happens is Mo and Richard spend the night together, and Richard leaves before she wakes up, and the house burns down, and Alex thinks it was JJ Cord that started the fire and killed Mo, and Richard still doesn't know. He doesn't. There's no evidence, but he's not sure, because Mo wasn't in a good place. She's also feeling depression from the way Alex is treating her and the way he sort of she's an alcoholic as well, so she might have been feeling suicidal, and so we're never given straight answers in any of the story. We're left to maybe figure it out ourselves, but you can't, because there's no evidence there. So that's one of the reasons I gave this I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 for me. Yeah, there's a lot of strings that aren't tied up. There's a lot of loose ends, and but you have great performances from John Hurt and Jeff Bridges and Lisa Eichhorn, and yeah, a lot of great supporting actors in this, and yeah, if you like anti-heroes, if you like dark characters, Alex Cutter's the man for you, because yeah, there's some. He's a really broken guy. He's dealing with trauma in his life, just from his injuries and probably from the war, not being able to move on with his life. Obviously, it was hell on earth for him over there in Vietnam, and yeah, so you're seeing that dealt with in the movie as well. And yeah, all in all, it's a movie you don't hear much about, but it was nice to finally watch it and seen another great performance from Jeff Bridges, and seen some earlier work from John Hurt, because, as I said, he's been in a lot of great movies, and it's nice to see how he worked his way up to the bigger roles in his earlier career. So yeah, this has been a review. This has been some guff about Cutter's Way 1981, and check it out for yourself and see what you think. And yeah, thanks for watching Fred's channel. Fred MacGuffin's reviewed Cutter's Way.